There are places that only exist after midnight, places where the rules of normal life quietly stop applying. For me, that place is a gas station off a dark, empty highway, 25 minutes from anywhere that matters. I know it well, because I'm the kind of person who finds himself there at 2 in the morning more often than I'd like to admit. It was just last week. I'd been coding for hours, deep in that focus, almost trance-like state where time disappears, and then hunger hit, the kind that comes out of nowhere and demands immediate attention. So I shut the laptop, grabbed my keys, and headed out into the dark. The highway was dead as usual. Just me, my headlights, and a long strip of empty road cutting through the middle of nowhere. Nothing unusual. Not yet. I pulled into the quick check, ordered a sandwich, started wandering the aisles the way I always do, too caffeinated to stand still. That's when I saw him. At the very back of the store, at the end of an aisle, a man sitting cross-legged on the floor, facing the refrigerator, not browsing, not reaching for anything, just sitting there, perfectly still, staring at the glass like it held some kind of answer. I blinked. I told myself my tired eyes were playing tricks on me. They weren't. I moved closer, slowly, pretending to browse snacks I had no interest in. I just needed to see his face. The moment I turned the corner, he turned around fast, unnaturally fast, like he already knew I was there. And when his eyes found mine, I froze. Something was very, very wrong with this man. His eyes were wide open, too wide. His lip trembled, quivering like he was standing in a blizzard, even though the store was warm. His posture was twisted, rigid, like sitting upright was costing him every ounce of effort he had. But none of that was the worst part. The worst part was the way he looked at me. No expression, no recognition, no anger, no fear, no curiosity, just nothing. A hollow, empty stare, like the lights were on, but no one was home. I looked away first, walked to the counter, told myself it was nothing. People are strange. It's late. Move on. My sandwich wasn't ready yet, so I waited, positioning myself where I could still see that corner of the store. He never came out of the aisle. My food was ready. I grabbed it. I walked out, and I thought to myself, that was weird, but it's over. I'm in that. And I say, I was wrong. As I pulled out of the parking lot and turned toward the highway, I caught movement in the corner of my eye. Someone was running, full sprint, across the parking lot. A brown coat, his brown coat. I watched him throw himself into a pickup truck, and I drove faster. The highway was empty. It's always empty at that hour. That's why when headlights appeared in my rearview mirror, I noticed immediately. At first I thought cop. I lifted my foot off the gas. The headlights kept coming closer, faster, and then they were close enough that I could see. It wasn't a police car, it was a pickup truck. His truck. I knew it with a certainty I can't explain. Every nerve in my body was screaming the same thing. Go. I floored it, and he matched me. The truck's lights started flashing, the horn blared. Long, aggressive blasts tearing through the silence. I pushed the car past 80, past 90, 100 miles an hour on a pitch-black rural road, and still, he was right there. I swerved right, hoping he'd pass. He swerved with me. I started to slow down, thinking maybe if I pulled over, he'd just go around. The truck slammed into the back of my car. The impact sent a shock through my hands, my arms, my whole body. I grabbed the wheel, I held on, and in that moment the truth settled over me like ice water. This man is trying to kill me. There was no thinking, no planning, just instinct. He lunged forward again. I yanked the wheel left and hammered the brakes. The truck shot past me like a missile. I watched it fishtail, spin, and launch off the highway into the darkness beyond. My hands were trembling so badly I could barely hold the wheel. But I didn't stop. I drove home, every mile checking my mirrors. The road behind me stayed dark. I called the police as soon as I got inside. They took my statement. The quick check has cameras. He'll be identified eventually, they said. That was a week ago. I haven't heard anything. My car has damage. I'm still getting repaired. And as for why that man decided to follow a stranger into the dark and try to run them off the road in the middle of the noon,